Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
We were recording on my tablet,
and
it cut off.
We hit the maximum length. So
yeah, so this is part 2 of our crazy story thing.
It's a to be continued on what I was saying.
Yeah, so Teresa was talking.
All right, this will be the last one we talk about. To make it short and sweet, like I said on the last one, so this is how long we've known him for. So at the time, he's like, oh, you know, being that we're older and more mature, like again, I said this was like 1.5, 2 years ago, so I was around 34, 35 years old. He's like, oh, I want to know if we can just try one more time, and hopefully this will be it, and, you know, because I can see myself, he's like, I can see myself being with you, and I can see myself, you know, pursuing things, and possibly marriage, whatever. And I'll be honest with you, as he's saying all this, I know most women are thinking, like, when people hear these words, most women are hearing wedding bells and wedding dresses and flowers. I was having old flashbacks of our times while we broke up. I wasn't having happy moments. I was thinking like, but this happened and that happened, and, you know, and I'm like, oh my God, you know. So, but again, because I'm a good person, and because I do know that we did get along, I gave him another shot, and I'm like, you know what, fine. He's saying it, let me just wipe the past away. They always say don't dwell on the past, and let's think about the future. Well, I have to say, we started dating again. Things were, I have to say, in the beginning, they were good.
Yeah, they weren't bad. Like I said, I was happy because I was like, I really did. I had of all our exes, he was my favorite and everything. I was like, oh, I love him, because we always had this thing where I called him Negro Man, he and everything, but we always had this joke, and then, like, we got along. Like I said, there something about him I absolutely loved.
Yeah, so what happened was, things were good. The communication was good. We were talking, whether it be phone calls, texts, he would Facebook message, no matter what. The whole point is communication is key. Regardless of how you keep in touch with your partner, that's what we were doing. We were contacting all day long, right? Things were good. He would come, he would pick, and that's the thing, he didn't mind that me and her were so close.
Well, like a few times, like one time I remember we had free movie passes.
Yeah.
And we went to go see...
Campaign.
Oh, God. We went to go see Campaign. That was so funny.
And that's what I'm saying, he didn't mind. Some guys do mind and don't like how close you are, like they don't want to always be, but he didn't mind at all. Like, he was so cool that he's like, even when he would say, he goes, oh, even if one night we all went out to dinner, he always said all. He didn't,
like, he knew that we were close.
Yeah.
He said,
and they
I
had
never wanted to leave, Carrie out of everything.
And they had a good friendship, too. And so the whole point was, there were times he'd pick us up. Even if we went for a ride in the car, went to a few stores, we did. We went out, we went to the movies, So things were good. He would come here, we'd watch movies. One time he was here, we watched Catfish, but I'm just saying, things were good in the beginning.
They were,
I was like,
yeah.
I'm like, wow, I can't believe that he actually meant what he said and everything. Okay. Then it started to get to be where I didn't hear from him and this, that, the other, and which I understand, me and him had different work schedules. I worked the days, and he mainly worked
like night into overnight,
yeah,
so
like
it would be tough.
Like when I was coming home, he was still at home, and he would be going into work around 7 or 8, and then there would be times he'd be asking, oh, can I come see you even on my way? Even if you just come downstairs and we sit in the car and, see each other. And I understand. He meant it the best way possible. He meant it to be nice. He meant it to spend time with me. I know that. But when I work, and I get up, when I get up at 5 in the morning to get ready for work and work all day, and my job can be very stressful, when I work all day, by the time 7 or 8 o'clock rolls around, I'm usually either laying, I don't have to be sleeping, but I'm laying in bed relaxing, or possibly sleeping, depending on my day.
Some days that's how it is.
So, when he's telling me at 8 o'clock, just come downstairs, come in the car, even, I'm like, oh my God, like, I heard that, and I'm like, oh, really? And don't get me wrong, in the beginning, I did it. I'd be like, okay, he wants to see me, whatever, I did it. Then it got to the point where I was like, oh, come on, like, this can't be all the time, because I'm beat to the world, and
by that time you're like, all you want to do is lay down and not go anywhere.
Yeah. So then he got mad that I was telling him no about that, and then it was like talking, like things were just starting to go back to the flashbacks I had, right? So then there were times that we took pictures, like either me and him took our little selfies, or Kerry took pictures of us, and I would tag him because we had Facebook, and I would tag him and I'd put like, like whatever you want to call him, me and my boo, my baby, whatever the hell you want to say, whatever the word is. I don't care about that, but I would tag him and I would look. The first couple of days I didn't think about it. So then, you just go on, of course, if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you go on their Facebook page and just check it out. I went and I'm looking and I'm like, where are the pictures that I tagged him in last night, right? And even Carrie's like, no, it's true, I don't see them either. So I thought maybe they weren't on his page, but they were like nowhere to be found, right? So I'm like, what? So then I texted him, I go, where are the pictures that I tagged you? And he goes, what pictures? I go, if I'm saying tagged, you know what I mean. Like, I tagged you in pictures on Facebook. Where are they? Oh, okay. I was going to tell you this, but now you asked me. I had to untag the pictures. I know I'm coughing. It's because I've been talking so much and I haven't drank nothing. But I had to untag myself out of the pictures and delete them because we were dating. The time in between where he moved to another state, he ended up meeting somebody and actually got married. That was how long he was there for, was a couple of years and stuff. But we still stayed friends through it. So I wasn't upset at the fact of that because I was doing my thing too at the time, so I wasn't mad. But they got a divorce. Well, not a divorce. I take that back. They got separated. Not even sure what they are now. I don't care. But the fact was, he's like, oh, I had to untag you and I had to delete them because my ex-wife is so nosy and, he has 2 kids. But I don't want to get into that situation because anybody that hears that situation would know what I'm talking about because that's a fucked up situation. He has 2 kids and the odd thing of who they're with and everything. Anyway, but his ex-wife is like, oh, then she's going to pull something on me that I can't see my daughter and this, that, the other. And I'm like, what? Like, are you kidding me? Like, anyway, make a long story short. Meanwhile, the ex-wife he's talking about is doing her own thing. She's dating, has her own life, and doing this, but meanwhile, supposedly, she's on his ass, right? And I knew it just didn't sound right. Like, they always say, trust your gut feeling, and I did. And I turned around and I said, I don't think it's that. I really don't think it's that. I think it's that it's either you, that you don't want stuff on your page, or you're hiding it from somebody else, or you're ashamed to be with me because I'm big. And he's like, don't you think if that was the case, I never would have came back to you so many times? And, how many times have we been in public? I'm like, no, I understand that, but I'm saying, not meaning that way is shame. Not meaning
like
that
he didn't want to make the profile picture him and her.
Not even that. Like, yes, we were out in public together. We went to movies and out places together. Not that he was ashamed to be out with me in public. That on his Facebook page was personal friends and family. I meant it like that. Like, you were ashamed to show your family that this was your girl. That you were ashamed. So, make a long story short, we fought over that. I had on my Facebook page in a relationship. I didn't have his name with it. I just had in a relationship because I'm being an honest person and I'm saying I'm in a relationship, He never did. Then he said he did. And then when I checked it, it wasn't there. Then he said, oh, something must have happened, which, again, Facebook doesn't change shit for you. You do it. So make a long story short, we fought over that. We fought over this. Things were happening. It was like fighting, right? And then he goes, okay, look, I promise if we take pictures again, I won't do it. You're right. I have to stop, let my ex-wife rule my life. Whatever the fuck he said. And he did. He left them on his page for a while, but it still wasn't the same. I was like, how come? I said, how come you can't even put that we're in a relationship? Oh, because then if she sees that, she's really gonna lose her mind. I go, yeah, but this is the same girl. This girl you're talking about is the same girl that you're saying is in a relationship, right? Yeah, I'm like, so why is she gonna judge you? Oh, because you don't understand, she's crazy, this and that, whatever it may be. Either way, even though he's still seeing his daughter, it just all didn't come to seem right, and I started puzzling the pieces. You hear me? Do you hear me, guys?
Putting a piece of the puzzle together.
Yes, I started doing that, what she said. And I just lost my mind, and again, that's when Super Bitch came out, and I was like, no, it's not that, it's this. You're ashamed to show your family and your friends, da-da-da. So we ended up breaking up, whatever, and then he did, after we broke up, he still maybe waited a couple of weeks or a month and, messaged me on Facebook or sent me a text like, hey, thinking of you, and I'm like, oh, hi, but there wasn't anything there. Like, back when he used to text me, I'm like, oh, wow, he's texting me, it kind of made me feel good. After that, after he told me he was changed and things were going to be better, things, I just really, like, lost everything. So, like, when he would text me, I'm just like, oh, great, like, hi, like, you know. So, then I started to see that, then I unadded him on Facebook. He was still friends with her for a while, and I didn't care. That's one thing I always said. I don't care if you stay friends with him or not, because you guys had a friendship. So, I never got mad at that, you know. So, then I see that I unadded him, but he was still friends with her. But then I think Kerry said, because I think we got into words on the thing. He's just
I think then he unfriended me.
Yeah.
And stuff, which, I mean, it is what it is.
It's his choice. I don't care. But we got into words on Facebook Messenger, and that was like the really big one. He's just like, oh, you overreact, and you're the one that pushed me. Like, kind of like pointing all signs at me. You overreacted. You pushed me away. It was all you. I said, no, honey. It was you, because you weren't showing that you were proud to be with me. You were kind of keeping me hidden, and I just didn't like the way I was feeling. And I'm not going to settle for less than what I deserve. I'm not going to put myself in any position. You know, I have to stand up and defend myself, and I did just that. And make a long story short, we ended up that we got into a huge fight, and we didn't talk. That's when he unadded her, and this, because I think I came out and said, you know, like, oh, you know, I must have, like, started, like, and you know, when you get mad, I must have said, like, I don't want you contacting me, because he would contact her sometimes and be like, oh, how's your sister doing? I don't want you contacting me or my sister, and da-da-da, and that's probably why he unadded her. Anyway, make a long story short, after that major fight we had on Facebook, I think it was maybe a couple of months, like maybe 6 months later or so, 7 months later, my sister was just like, oh, my, you know, whatever it may have been, she goes, oh, I think that blah, blah, blah is in a relationship, whatever. Now, okay, I'm not one to be 100% mean. I'm not going to judge. Don't look at me as an evil bitch. You know, this is my situation. But he started dating somebody else, which I'm happy for him, because maybe that's what he needed. Maybe he needed a change rather than me and him try to keep rekindling something that wasn't there. Maybe he needed that, and I'm hoping. But the thing that gets me going is that the really thing that grinds my gears is that you put up pictures of you and her together on your Facebook. You know, like, you know, I don't know how you met. I don't know how long you knew her. I don't know all that, and I don't care, to be honest with you. But you don't put up pictures of me and you on your Facebook as your Facebook picture. You don't leave up pictures of us, but you leave up pictures of you and her. And you have pictures on your cover photo and stuff like that of her. Okay. You have in a relationship with her, though. You could have her name. Your ex-wife, all of a sudden, what happened? Did she fall off the face of the earth? Did she die? What happened? Like, what happened? Did you have enough money to get a divorce? Like, I don't understand. Why all of a sudden was it okay to show who you were with? And I'm going to say something, and I don't care if it comes out that he sees this video. I don't care. Hi, how are you? But to be honest with you, again, I'm not a beauty queen. I'm not, you know, I'm not a goddess or nothing. But I see her picture, and I'm like, again, I know a relationship doesn't just have to be beauty. You know, it doesn't have to be what you look like. But I don't know her personally, so I can't judge her personally. I'm judging her looks. You don't have a picture up of me and you, where I might be big, but I have a very pretty face, and I look nice, I'm decent looking, I'm pretty, but you have a picture up of you and her, and she is just, oh my God, like, she's not pretty. She's just not pretty. I mean, yes, you might hit it off, you might have a great relationship, but you gotta admit that this girl is not pretty, like, and I'm like, so wait, you got all these pictures up with you and her, and this, that, meanwhile, me, I was just left in the dust, like, so my point is that don't ever let anybody make you feel like that, but the funny part is, the whole point of the story is how a guy could tell you how much he changed and how much he wants to see you and him work out and everything. Meanwhile, he obviously, moral of the story, he didn't change, and it was just the same old guy that I knew when he was younger. I never said his name, did I? Okay, I was just thinking. I would make that known. It was the same old guy that I knew when he was younger, when we were in our 20s, to when just older, just that he fooled me, so I wouldn't do that. I couldn't. And I see that, and I'm like, oh, but I have to say I blocked him. The only way I found out was because she noticed it, and I looked, I'm like, so you have in a relationship with her, and you have the pictures with her, but me, I wasn't worthy of that. Like, what was wrong with me? You know? And then he comes out and he'll say stuff like oh, but it's not like we don't go anywhere. We go in public. People see me with you. I'm proud. I hold your hand. I do. I'm like, no, I'm not saying that. Yes, he's kissed me in public. He's held my hand. I'm not saying that he never went in public with me. And so I'm saying if you cared for me that much and if you were in public with me, you should be proud enough to put me on your Facebook also, because I was proud enough. I put pictures of you and I on our Facebook. You know, like, I had no issue. That was my profile picture for a while. I had no issue with it. I wasn't hiding anything. That's why I'm saying something was being hidden. I don't know if he was trying to hide something that he wanted to keep. He didn't want me knowing something or somebody he was talking. Either way, I don't like when people are so secretive and hidden, or if you're an in-the-closet BBW lover, I just don't like that. I could sense an in-the-closet BBW lover like this. Sometimes it takes me a little longer, you know, but most of the time I'm like, nope, you could tell he's in the closet, because you could tell if you start looking at a guy's Facebook page too, if you see that he mainly has pictures of him and like thinner girls and this, that, the other, or you see pictures and all you see is every girl is like always skinny, you know, and then he'll lie, oh, but those are my cousins, those are my friends, and this, that. So where are the pictures of like girls that you were with? Like, you know, like, so when you start seeing that, like, you can kind of play detective and play Clue and know those things. But before we ramble on about more, we'll just put, like, we'll say a brief little ending. Like, this is only stuff that we have been through. We have so much more that we could tell you guys.
Yeah, there's way more things I could go into. That would be this would be like a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 parter thing.
Yeah, and it would have to be that we would have to ask YouTube if they could personally
like just extend us for like hour-long conversations.
No, and take us under and just automatically partner with us and tell them that people are so wanting to hear about our experiences, because that's how many stuff we could tell you.
Yeah, like I said, there's so many stories, there's so many situations we've been through. What can we say? But that's a part of life.
Yeah,
we deal with it.
And we just wanted to put it out there for any woman who's watching us
that maybe had the same thing happen, and maybe that they feel like that they're not the only ones.
Yeah, that or also that they're listening to us and they're like, oh my God, that happened to me, or oh my God, I can't believe she had the nerve to announce it on YouTube where anybody
I understand. Like, people might say, oh, you have balls. Yeah, because I feel like it has to be put out there. It has to be somehow known that this isn't right. Like, you don't do that to people. Like, you have good-hearted people, and it's like, just men don't see it. I don't get it.
You have good-hearted, loving people like us who are beautiful on the inside and out that literally look at us like a piece of gum on the floor that gets stuck to your shoe and then pick you off and throw you. Like, it's disgusting. But whatever. Like I said, I'm going to end it with a positive note. With the guy that I'm talking to now, I'm hoping that this is like it. Like, I don't have to worry about talking.
I'm hoping too. Like I said, I just want to see her happy. She wants to see me happy. Yeah. That's just the main part of it all. But
I'm hoping that this is it, that he's the one, and that I don't have to worry about redoing that all over again.
Yeah, like it gets annoying having to go through the process and get there, and you have to grow feelings and all this. And I'm like, I'm so done. Like, it's mentally draining to me to have to go through it again. But whatever it is.
Hopefully you liked our little segment, our two-parter segment. That
if you want to hear more, if you're that interested and you want to hear more, let us know in the comments. Thumbs up the video. Let us know somehow.
Yeah, and again, either comment underneath it, or if you want, email us.
Email us and just say...
You could even say to us, oh, could you, I like what you said, could you do this? And again, we also said this is a part of being BBW, that if you have anything that you've been through...
Oh, God. Sorry that I'm yawning, people. It's not
If you have anything that you've been through that you might not yourself have, like, if you don't have it in you to do it yourself.
If you don't have the courage to come out and say, email us and just say, I had this kind of story happen. Could you do you have something is there any advice you can give me to help me?
We'll talk about it for you. Again, we won't mention, I know you're going to say you won't mention names, but Teresa made the mistake.
I will do it, because this one she forgets.
No, but I won't do it.
We'll do, maybe if we get a lot of people that said, we'll do like an anonymous, like, we have another anonymous question, and we'll do like a segment.
Yeah. But I promise you I won't do it. I only said the name because I'm thinking of who I'm talking about, and he makes me angry. But I won't do it to you. You know what we'll do? We'll make up a name for you. Like we'll give you like Annie or something. Like that's
John
what we'll
Doe said this or something like that.
But we'll do that for you. If you want somebody to speak up for you, we'll do it. You know what I would love to do? I would love to, honestly, if you guys want, I don't care if you're subscribed, let us know. If not, I would love to do a segment on, like, kind of like giving you our opinion to things. Like, if we have BBWs out there, again, no matter how you contact us, tell us something that you've been through, and that, or tell us a situation that you don't know how to react to, and we will do the reaction for you. Yeah, like if
you say, like, oh, this guy told me this, how do I react?
Yeah.
We'll say, okay, like, and we'll say, like, the thing will be 2 fat girls react, and we'll like, have a reaction to the story. We'll be like, oh, yeah. Okay, like, but that would be fun.
But I would love to do a segment like that, like, where you don't know what to do, or like you might need an opinion or something, and we'll be right there, because I'm not saying my opinion's going to be 100% right, but I'll tell you right now, something that I say will get you going.
Yes.
So let's end here before this tablet says out of memory.
Yes. So
we love you.
We do love you.
Like, subscribe, share,
and keep the comments positive.
Again, no negativity. Yes. If it is, it will be ignored and deleted, so don't even waste your time. We're not going to even talk back to you, because that you're a waste. Anyway, always smile, be safe, keep your head up. Don't let anybody drag you down. Even
though I know what you feel like it sometimes, because I'm having my moment right now. But like I said, it's just like a bump in the road. You'll get over it. It might take a little while, but that's life. Yes. It's gonna knock you down, but you gotta get up again.
We love you. Again, like our Facebook page,
follow us on Twitter. I'll link everything down below. Yep. So check us out and everything. We love you guys. We'll be back with, hopefully, maybe later tomorrow, we'll do our wholesale body oils. We'll see how we feel.
Probably later, because
we'll see.
And we're just going to show you the whole concept of it.
Yeah. So we love you.
Love ya.
Love ya.